Statement. I now give the floor to Mr. Agron Pali. You have the floor.
Madam Chair, distinguished members of the committee, thank you for allowing me to address the Special Committee on Decolonization on the point concerning the non-self-governing territory of Western Sahara, the last colony in Africa, which is currently occupied illegally by Morocco. As you all know, in December 1963, the General Assembly added Western Sahara to the list of non-self-governing territories to which Resolution 1514 XV on the granting of independence to colonial countries and peoples applied. The UN General Assembly resolutions have ever since been calling for enabling the people of Western Sahara to exercise their inalienable right to self-determination and in accordance with the relevant General Assembly resolutions. The decolonization of Western Sahara was obstructed when Morocco invaded and occupied the territory on October 31st, 1975. In violation of UN resolutions and the ruling of the International Court of Justice on October 16, 1975, which held that no tie to territorial sovereignty had ever existed between Morocco and Western Sahara. In keeping with the norms of international law, the United Nations has never recognized Morocco's illegal occupation and annexation of parts of Western Sahara. Precisely, Morocco's presence in Western Sahara has been deplored by the Security Council in Resolution 380 of 1975 and qualified as an act of occupation by the General Assembly in its Resolution 34/37 of 1979 and 3519 of 1980, among other resolutions. Throughout the years, the occupied Western Sahara has witnessed a massive demographic engineering process to the extent that the indigenous population has now been hugely outnumbered by the occupier-sponsored mass migration of settlers. This policy violates Article 49 of the Fourth Geneva Convention and is considered a crime against humanity. The continued Moroccan illegal occupation of parts of Western Sahara makes it the only non-self-governing territory under illegal military occupation by a third country. When Spain, the former colonizer, withdrew from the territory in February 1976, Western Sahara also became the only non-self-governing territory that has no internationally recognized administering power. It is therefore the sacred duty of the United Nations and the Special Committee in particular to assume their responsibility towards the non-self-governing territory of Western Sahara until its people are able to exercise their right to self-determination and independence. Allowing Morocco to continue to oppress the people of Western Sahara and to deny them their right to self-determination is an affront to everything the United Nations and this Special Committee stands for. We have seen many Western powers, big and small, defend democracy and human rights in many parts of the world. However, when Morocco, which is one of the most undemocratic and repressive countries in the world, oppresses the Swahili in the occupied Western Sahara and steal their resources, these same countries remain silent. This standard approach is simply indefensible. It is thus high time that the United Nations take concrete action to allow the people of the non-self-governing territory of Western Sahara to decide their own future freely and democratically. This is the only way forward to ensure a peaceful and enduring completion of the long overdue decolonization of the last colony in Africa. Thank you.
I thank Mr. Pali. I now give